Thought I'd get a quick stream in right quick, give me a stream in right quick. So we gonna talk about a few subjects. I'm gonna take the scenic route. We gonna talk about some things though, but nevertheless, all right, so check this out. It is now September the 20th, and still no sign of anything being official. All you hearing is, well, they're still negotiating, and basically, they're trying to work out this, and they trying to work out, like I said, and what fight I'm talking about. It's just beyond the point. Like, it's just really frustrating. I was hollering at my boy CB. We're all frustrated. We're getting like pissed off because, like I said, it's just taking far too long to get this thing going. It's just absurd. It's just ridiculous. It's just insulting. Like, what's going on? How this whole situation has been handled. But like I said, we already know who to put this on, whether people like it or not. But yes, it's September the 20th now. So if it's gonna happen on the so-called November 19th date, then geez, this is leading up to be basically a shotgun, promotion, like a shotgun wedding. This is supposed to be a super fight, and it's not being treated like it's a super fight. So, at the end of the day, people just don't want to hear the truth. And then you didn't have a lot of dudes putting out fake news about what they think is going on, what's supposed to be going on. So it's just ridiculous now. So once again, it's September the 20th and still nothing official. I mean, how much longer do we gotta wait? I mean, like, damn, man, like, what the hell is up? I mean, that's just real talk. So, but anyway, I'll talk about that later on. I just wanted to get that out the way right quick. But all right, so Abel Sanchez did an interview with Fight Hub. He did an interview with Marcos. And basically, Abel Sanchez said a lot of the stuff what I was saying about Canelo and Triple G. The fight was really lackluster. No real effort from Triple G till like the latter end of the fight when it was basically out of reach, even though the scoring was really questionable. But then again, who cares? How many times did Canelo have questionable scoring in his fights? So I really don't care about that, but Canelo ended up winning the fight. So, hey, no harm, no foul. But Abel Sanchez said some interesting things about Canelo. He said that Canelo isn't improving as a fighter. Well, I mean, at 32, how much more can you improve? I mean, Canelo is 32 years old. And as I said before, when I was trying to break down what was going on with Canelo, his sensitive Tito Jackson fans, his Ralph Tresvant fans got mad and said, oh, you're hating. I'm really trying to figure out how is critiquing somebody saying that he getting long in the tooth is hating on somebody. That doesn't make any kind of damn sense. That sounds absurd, and it sounds just flat out stupid. And I need somebody to explain that. Well, I don't need nobody to explain that to me. It's just fanboyism. To sit up there and say that the dude is I mean, come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. You hating. And of course, you could tell by their last names, their Hispanic last names, more than likely they're Mexican. Oh, you hate, man. I mean, if you buy into the Canelo is injured thing, then that's up to you. Maybe he is injured from the mystery meat. Maybe it's starting to take toll on his body. But the funny thing was, He wasn't hollering. He was, he said he got hurt in the Caleb Plant fight. He wasn't hollering he was hurt when he stopped Caleb Plant. It's amazing when you start having bad outings, then all of a sudden you hollering about you injured. All of a sudden now he injured. I can tell you right now, there's something that's just not, what's up, man? It's something that is not adding up about Canelo. Anybody that saw that fight noticed Canelo really didn't have no super steam on his punches. He hit Triple G flush a couple of times, but it did look like when you look at it, he was on the verge of like really doing any damage. But keep in mind, like I said, he went up to 175 and knocked out Sergey Kovalov. So, I mean, you draw your own conclusion, like I said, but he never had Triple G hurt in the fight. And I looked at it twice. He never really had Triple G hurt. Triple G, when he get hit, he just, he had this funny shake to him. But you got to be honest. I don't think Triple G was ever seriously hurt in any fight. He's been right before, just like every other fighter. But yeah. Well, Abel Sanchez, Mark said the same thing that I said, that Canelo was starting to gas. But of course, when I said it, I was hating, which doesn't make any kind of sense. I didn't know saying somebody was running out of gas hating. That is, I mean, for real, that doesn't make any kind of sense. But Abel Sanchez said it. I wonder, is Abel Sanchez hating? But when Town Biz said Town Biz, hey, like I said, that doesn't make any kind of sense. Canelo is just starting to age. He's getting long in the tooth, and that's just all that's happening. Like I said before, the man been fighting since he was like, oh, appreciate it, man. The man been fighting since he was like 15, 16 years old. Like I said before, Canelo said on record, he really had he said, when he was, I forgot what fight he was at, but Canelo got 60 fights in. Canelo said that he actually had like 4 or 5 fights that he didn't get credit for on his official boxing record. So you talking about maybe 64, 65 fights. So like I said, the wear and tear could be kicking in. And keep in mind, Canelo's been going up and down in weight. So like I said, and he's out for a year. So by the time Canelo comes back, if he doesn't come back till September of next year, Canelo is going to be 33 years old. And it's going to be even worse. And then David Benavidez, I think, will be reaching his peak. And at the end of the day, Canelo needs to just keep it a buck. I don't want to fight David Benavidez. He just needs to say it. Just say you don't want to fight the dude, man. All this stuff about, well, I don't want to fight him because he says he don't want to fight other Mexicans, but then he turns around and say, I'll fight anybody. Well, Canelo, you haven't fought anybody. You haven't fought everybody. So let's just stop this stuff about you will fight anybody, because if that's the case, you would have been fought Demetrius Andrade. You would have fought Laura again. You would have fought Charlo. I mean, for real. You would have fought all these dudes. Shit. You were struggling against Caleb Plant until you caught him. Just stop it with this. You'll fight anybody. No, you won't fight anybody. The only kind of fighters you interested in fighting is overmatched white boys with mediocre skills that complement your style, that stand right in front of you, and that is defensively challenged and don't have good footwork. So this has been going on with Canelo for years. There's certain styles that Canelo don't like. And he's made that obvious. But for him to sit up there and say that he'll fight anybody and say, guys, come on. I'm going to excuse myself. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. No, you come on, Canelo. Cut the shit. Oh, yeah. Hey, the same way Triple G was the Foot Locker, the Foot Locker killer, the Foot Locker milkman, minus worker, grocer, Amazon worker killer. Well, Canelo is the Eastern European white boy killer. Nate Diaz, I don't know, man. At his age, I don't know. I know he's trained in boxing for years, but man, for him to get started I don't know. It may work for him. It may not. I mean, we got to see. I know I was supposed to interview Nate Diaz because he came to the Shakur Stevenson fight, but I don't want to get into it. They was doing some crazy stuff at that Shakur Stevenson fight. Well, that would be very interesting. I don't think Canelo want any parts of David Benavidez. David Benavidez style is a nightmare matchup. He would just overwhelm Canelo with that punch output. Canelo wouldn't be able to handle that. I just think Canelo would crumble. Oh, and I'm just laughing at this stuff with Canelo, the way some of his fans was hyping him up. Anybody think Canelo could beat Andre Ward now? And you had people actually thinking he had a chance. Andre Ward would come out of retirement and he would beat the brakes off Canelo. That's why Andre Ward said, okay, say my name. Say you want it, and I'll come out of retirement. It was just absurd. You had people thinking that Canelo could beat Arthur Beterbiev. He could beat Andre Ward. He could beat Uslik. Do you know those dudes would be, man, Arthur Beterbiev would send Canelo out on a stretcher. Andre Ward would beat the living hell out of Canelo. And Uslik, I don't need, stop it. How you gonna go up and fight him and you don't even want to fight Charlo or David Benavidez? At this point, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think David Morrell would give Canelo fits. Yeah, he would send him to the ICU. I just was laughing that you actually had these delusional Canelo fans, Vegas Mark, saying that Canelo could actually beat Andre Ward. Well, I'll tell you what. Andre Ward could come out of retirement right now and whoop Canelo's ass without a tune-up fight. I'll take that. I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet. Please, anybody, please, I will, man, I will take that bet. I don't even think, man, Andre Ward would beat Canelo into submission. He would humiliate Canelo to the point to where Eddie Reynoso would throw in the towel. He would stop the fight, and then all you would have is a bunch of angry Mexicans saying Andre Ward is a bitch and he a bully and he had no business fighting Canelo. Oh, they would love that fight until the bell rings. Until the bell rings, and when they see how Andre Ward would work Canelo, they'll just be like, I can't. I just couldn't believe you actually had people believing that Andre Ward would lose to Canelo. Like I said, I'll take that bet. I will take that bet. Anybody. But, hopefully I get to ask Dre about this on Friday when I go cover the Shakur Stevenson fight. Well, I think I think Jamel still. I think he would give Canelo fits too. I think he has enough in his arsenal to beat Canelo. Nah, I don't think Canelo would take that fight because it was such a life and death fight. Most people thought he lost that fight, and at the end of the day, it just wouldn't be no interest because of the first fight. I don't think it's not a sellable fight, unfortunately. You know, they wouldn't want that fight because they don't think it would be a marketable fight. Oh yeah, hey Mark, I'll bet everything I own that Canelo would get worked by Andre Ward. He wouldn't win one round versus Andre Ward. Not one. Andre Ward would bully Canelo. He would punk him. He would beat him on the inside. He would school Canelo. It's a mismatch. But I'm going to do a solo video, but just stay tuned. But I'll be back, you guys. Appreciate the love. I'm out.